I got my end of the year Spotify playlist wrap up, and I feel pretty confident in saying it's probably the weirdest top five artist almost anybody has. So, the first thing, if you're anything like me, you'll see this first artist on the top of my list and think, who the hell are the Newton brothers? I thought, I've listened to them apparently more than anybody. Who the hell are they? I don't know them. Well, they did the music for the X-Men 97 cartoon. I guess I like X-Men a lot. I guess I didn't I didn't realize how much I live and breathe the X-Men. So I listen to the X-Men music when I read X-Men comic books, and I have to finish the Krakoa era during this year, I think. So yeah, I guess I listen to a lot of X-Men. Number two on my list was Bernard Herrmann because I listened to the Taxi Driver soundtrack kind of on repeat this year when working on a script. Now, I know what you're thinking. You listen to the Taxi Driver soundtrack that much this year that this guy's your number two artist? Yeah, I get that when a white guy like me is listening to the Taxi Driver soundtrack that much, it is cause for concern, which is why I made sure to message my girlfriend about this and explain my situation. Now, as you can see there, I am working on a script that is very Scorsese-like, I would say. What an ego. I'm writing something very Scorsese-like. That doesn't mean it's Scorsese level. It means that's who I'm ripping off on the script. And I'm actually ripping off King of Comedy more than Taxi Driver. But since both movies are very similar about a, deranged loner white guy, I didn't even really need the soundtrack. I just instinctually know it. So, I'm sure if Martin Scorsese knew that the Taxi Driver soundtrack was listened to only second to the animated X-Men cartoon. I didn't need to say animated and a cartoon. There was a little redundant. I know that. I think Scorsese would be pretty proud. I definitely don't think I would experience a fate similar to, say, Spider and Goodfellas. I don't think he would have Joe Pesci beat the living hell out of me just for knowing he came number two to an animated X-Men. Look, was X-Men 97 better than Taxi Driver? I don't know. Don't ask me that. That's a really hard question to answer. Obviously, it's X-Men 97, but Taxi Driver's really close. That's most people. I went to film school, so I think I know a little about cinema. And I would say, like, Taxi Driver is, like, a really good movie. So, like, but yeah, it's not X-Men 97. Sorry, Marty. Better luck next year, or, well, 40 years later. Number three on my list was Stevie Nicks because I'm obviously not a complete psycho. And if Stevie Nicks is not in your top five artists you listen to this year, you're the psycho. Then it said Explosions in the Sky was number four. And the funny thing about number four and five, because five was Churches, I really actually don't even know if I'm saying it correctly. I don't really remember listening to that much of them this year. So whatever, I got no problem with them. I also want you to know something. And I wish I had started the video with this because you're probably just thinking this guy's got the worst taste in music ever. It's what an ex-girlfriend would tell me. So if you thought that, that's who you're like right now. I listen to a lot of my music on iTunes. Music that I bought, not just streamed, because I'm rich enough to buy music and not just stream it. Actually, once I got a Spotify account, I stopped buying the music. But I've already bought most of the music that I listen to on repeat, so I don't think they do an end of the year thing. But if they did, I would have cooler music on my list than an X-Men cartoon soundtrack. I would probably have a live-action Spider-Man movie soundtrack on that list. I would probably have maybe Taylor Swift and Haim. I'm wearing a Haim shirt right now. I don't know how well you can see it. I like good music. I'm not a psycho. I'm not crazy. Okay, just because I listened to the Taxi Driver soundtrack, probably more than anybody else on this planet this year. I don't know for sure because I apparently, if the song I listened to the most, actually, this this really ties everything together. Real quick, let's take a look at what was the song I listened to the most from an X-Men movie. Yes, the choir version of Like a Prayer. So, yeah, it was pretty X-Men filled year for music for me, I guess. I didn't expect that. Nobody did. But it is what it is. Martin Scorsese came in second behind Marvel. Not just Marvel, but behind an animated Marvel. He's gonna fucking kill me if he hears this. So, yeah, if you think you had a weirder top 5 Spotify than me, feel free. But like I feel like you might be like, oh, mine's weirder or more obscure, but there'll be like a certain level of consistency there compared to mine, which went from X-Men cartoon, Taxi Driver, Stevie Nicks, band that just plays instruments, and then churches. I don't even know how to put them in a box because I didn't even think I listened to them that much this year. This has been a long video. I wonder if I'll cut a lot of it out or not. There were a lot of bloopers and me swearing and getting stuff wrong. Oh, it's rough. I should promote my book while I'm here. Hold on. If you would like to read a book inspired by the music listed today, March of the Mystics is the book for you. Have you ever wanted to read a fantasy adventure book inspired by animated X-Men with a little bit of Taxi Driver in there, completely influenced by Stevie Nicks with a background sound of explosions in the sky and just a little bit of Diverges? Well, have I got the book for you. March of the Mystics on sale right now for just $1 digitally. That's right, you can get the ebook to March of the Mystics anywhere ebooks are sold, wherever that is. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Author House, wherever you can get an ebook, you can get this for 99 cents right now. I'm Dave Schweitzer. Thank you for watching.